Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about mobile apps for your tablet or other mobile device. The world of mobile apps is constantly changing and growing, with both Apple's iTunes Store and Google's Android Store having over 1 million apps each. With such a vast number of apps, it can be quite difficult to figure out which are best suited for your own needs. So today we're going to talk about apps for your mobile device, specifically those designed to help your academic pursuits here in college. The first app I want to talk about is First Class. This is the mobile version of the First Class email client that you have on your computer desktop, and it has much the same functionality. So you see the login is very much the same. You just hit login, and you're logged in, and here is your First Class desktop with all of the folders and icons that you have. It's available for Apple iOS devices such as the iPad, the iPod Touch, and the iPhone, as well as for Android devices. The next two apps are very useful. They're Dropbox and Google Drive. These free apps connect you to cloud-based storage sites that allow you to sync your data across devices. And by data, I mean any document, spreadsheet, photo, or other file that you want to save. The way that they work is that you install the software on your computer and the app on your mobile device, and then any data that is saved to the Dropbox or Google Drive folder is then immediately and automatically synced to every device that you have connected. Now, what that means in practical terms is that the data you saved on every computer, whether desktop or laptop that you have connected, will be instantly accessible on every other mobile device. For instance, this is my Dropbox, and I have two folders, papers and PDFs. I put these folders in on my computer, and they showed up here. So that's Dropbox. Google Drive, you'll see, is very similar. I have a number of folders in here. You'll see I have my Dropbox folder actually stored in my Google Drive folder. The reason for this is that on my computer, I physically have my Dropbox folder in my Google Drive, and anything I save to Dropbox is then automatically also backed up to Google Drive. So I have double backups. These two apps are actually rather similar when used on your computer or your mobile device. They both offer free services. Dropbox is probably a little bit more simple to install. However, you don't get as much free storage as you do with Google Drive. 2 gigabytes on Dropbox versus 15 gigabytes on Google Drive. There are other cloud storage providers and apps, but Google Drive and Dropbox are known for providing very good software for both Macs and PCs, as well as for both iOS and Android devices. The next app is Cloud On. This is a free app that you can get for both Android or iOS, and it mimics the Microsoft Office 2010 versions of Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and includes the vast majority of their functionality. As you can see, I have this actually connected to my Dropbox and Google Drive folders. So if I open Dropbox and I open Papers, I can open Demo Paper 1. This app works best if you have an external Bluetooth keyboard, but you can also use the built-in keyboard on the screen. So I've opened this document, and you can see it looks very much like a light version of Microsoft Word 2010. First, I'll center the document on the screen. Then, using the built-in keyboard, I can add to the document, and it's saved almost instantly. And we can go back again and again. Now if we switch back over to Dropbox and we go to Papers, you'll see it shows that it was modified just now. And now if we open it up, it sure does, because it automatically synced to my Dropbox folder. So now my other computer, it will sync to there as well. So that's Cloud On. While Microsoft has introduced Office for both iOS and Android, the free versions are limited and the full versions required a membership to Office 365. Now, since Cloud On is free, it's great for the budget-minded college student. The next two apps are PDF readers. They're Good Reader and iAnnotate PDF. iAnnotate is available for both iOS and Android. It's free for Android. It costs money for iOS. Goodreader is for iOS only. So here with Goodreader, I can read any of these documents as PDFs. But what I can also do is if I go back to my Dropbox and I go back here to PDFs, I open up How to Drop a Class. I can open it in Goodreader. And so now I've imported it to Goodreader and I can make edits to it. So let's say I want to highlight this. I can highlight it. Let's save it to this file. And let's say I want to underline this. And I want to strike through this. So this is some of the functionality for Goodreader. So as I open up iAnnotate PDF, you'll see it's very similar to Goodreader. This one's already connected to my Google Drive and my Dropbox. So if I open up Dropbox, open up PDFs, you'll see how to drop a class. And here it is, much the same. And in similar fashion, I can highlight, or I can underline or strike out. So if I highlight, the difference is now I have to check that it's okay. Yes, I have to hit this check button, it's okay, and now it's highlighted. So these are all things you can do with iAnnotate. The next app is also a free app. It's Reference Me, and it's available for both iOS and Android devices. What it does, it allows you to scan a book's barcode and instantaneously creates an easily exportable bibliographic entry in whatever format you need, such as Chicago, MLA, or Turabian. So the way it works, you click New Essay. Let's call this Paper 1. So we'll click on it, and now let's add a reference. And there it is. It has now picked up that barcode. If we want to add a page number, say we're looking at page 32. Hit done, and now the book has been added to the bibliography. We can now export this, and you can add it to your bibliography or your works cited page. For the next three, we have iBooks, Kindle, and Playbooks. These are all ebook readers and allow you to read books on your tablet. iBooks is the app for Apple eBooks that you purchased on iTunes, and it also allows you to import an EPUB format ebook. Unfortunately, it's only available on iOS, though there are EPUB ebook readers available on Android. And if you open it up, it just gives you a list, and you can choose a book and read it. Next up is Kindle. The Kindle app allows you to download and read books that you've purchased, rented, or gotten on loan from Amazon.com, and it's available for both iOS and Android. Playbooks connects you to the Google Bookstore and allows you to download and read books that you've gotten from there, as well as from any search on Google that comes up with a Google Books, such as in this case, a book I've downloaded called The Gleaner. And it's also available on both iOS and Android. Now, iTunes and Khan Academy. These two free apps provide entire college-level courses for many topics in the form of podcasts and or videos. While the iTunes U app is available only on iOS, Khan Academy is available on iOS and Android. So in the Khan Academy app, many of the courses are broken down into bite-sized videos that introduce and explain ideas and concepts, building upon each other as the courses move forward. So for instance, if I went into economics and then into microeconomics, and then I can see supply, demand, and market equilibrium, and then introduction to economics. Now if I click on this, it will bring the video up and it will automatically start playing. So that's Khan Academy. Now iTunes U has courses from many different colleges all over the country, and you click on catalog, and we wait for it to load up, and you see there are categories at the top, as well as universities and colleges. These podcasts and videos are an excellent supplement to your courses and coursework here at UMaine. Just remember though, these are not UMaine courses and are not a substitute for going to class or doing your classwork. The last useful app is Recorder. Both iOS and Android have a number of these free voice recorder apps which allow you to make recordings. Since there are a number of different options, your best bet is to find one that works best for you. Just remember, if you're going to record a class lecture, you need to get permission from the instructor first. So I hope this brief introduction to some academically oriented apps for your mobile device has been helpful, and have a great day.